So I'm going to call to the front table first President Minister João Otávio de Noronha. Ministro, where are you? Por favor, aqui em frente. I also want to call to the front table Antônio Augusto Coelho of the Gonçalves Coelho law firm, who is our patron for this and other programs we've had. Tiago Salles is also here as director of the Justice and Citizenship Institute and also publishes the magazine. And Professor Padideh, who is a professor of law here at the faculty and directs the International Legal Studies program here. So now that, and of course I'm here as well. So now you have a good look at us. Take us in. If you see us on the street, be kind. Otherwise, you're now excused. Thank you. You may all step down. Huh? No, well, you're going to, se vai falar pouco, né? You stay here. He's going to stay here too. Everybody has some remarks. Stay here for now. That's actually, since every one of these people have introductory remarks to make. Well, I make the first remarks about this morning. We're a little behind schedule, but we shall pick up, you will see, fairly quickly. This is the fifth conference of Brazilian and American judges, and of course others, that we've had here at the law school. And we are delighted to have this conference today. Thanks again to Augusto Coelho and the Instituto. You have now your agendas, I think, for the program. They have them available in both English and Portuguese. So I want to extend a special welcome to our speakers for today and tomorrow. I will try and urge everyone who is a speaker to try to stay within your allotted speaking time. If you go too far along, we're going to throw our schedule off. So I will let you know by holding up signs how much time you have left, but we'll try to accommodate everyone. We will break for lunch at the end of the morning session, and lunch will be served just outside here, buffet style. And so you can come back here and have your lunch, and then we will pick up in the afternoon. Now, I do at this point want to reintroduce Professor Padideh of the faculty here, who will have some formal words of welcome on behalf of the law school. Padideh? No, or here, however you want to do it.
Welcome, everyone. On behalf of American University Washington College of Law and our Dean Camille Nelson, I would like to welcome everyone to the fifth Conference of Brazilian and American Judges at Washington College of Law. I have the privilege of directing our international and comparative studies programs, and in that capacity, I have had the privilege to work with Judge Messite on the program on Brazil and U.S. legal and judicial studies. We do have one of the top programs in the country, consistently ranked into one of the top 10. We truly have a global outlook on issues that concern all of us. My personal area of expertise is international trade, and I know that that is of particular importance for our neighbors in Brazil as well. Dean Nelson sends her apologies for not being here today, but she's actually on her way to Brazil, along with two of our other professors to speak at faculty FGV. Not FGV, FDV. We value and appreciate our close relationship with institutions in Brazil, and this, of course, would not be possible without Judge Messite's leadership of the Brazil-U.S. Legal and Judicial Studies. I would also like to thank and recognize the co-sponsors of today's event, the Justice and Citizenship Institute of Brazil, its patron and longtime WCL friend, Dr. Augusto Coelho, and Dr. Conceição Coelho, and its executive director, Mr. Tiago Salles. This year's topic is a hot and current one, artificial intelligence and the law. We have distinguished speakers joining the panels today. I want to thank ministers, justices, and judges from high courts in Brazil who have taken the time from their busy schedule to join us today in this event. Thank you for your collaboration and support. I want to also thank in particular Judge Marcos Onodera, who has been a loyal participant of so many programs at WCL. And I have to also take a shout out to Judge Monica Cifuentes, who we had the pleasure to host. I know where Monica's sitting here a few years ago as one of the Humphrey Fellows. I have the privilege of being the director of the Hubert Humphrey Fellowship Program, which is a very distinguished fellowship program. And many years we've been lucky enough to have Brazilian and at times Brazilian judges join us. I also want to thank the Brazilian American lawyers and practitioners who are giving their contributions to the program today, including professors from the University of Sao Paulo and American University, Washington College of Law's Ken Anderson, Walter F. Ross, and COGAD, which is our business school's Eran Carmel. Thank you all for being here today with us. Thank you so much for doing all this, Judge Messite. I also want to take a shout out to Fernanda Ellenberg and Paolo Bedos, who have been instrumental to making the program today possible, as well as Jennifer Dobson and her amazing team here at Washington College of Law. Thank you all. Thank you.
Next, we have greetings from Augusto Coelho, who will say a few words. You can say from there, Augusto, or here, however you care to. You want to do it here or there?
Here.
Okay, very good.
Bom dia a todos. Obrigado. Gostaria de agradecer a presença de todos e cumprimentar em primeiro lugar aqui o Juiz Peter por mais esse programa, o pessoal do Washington College of Law e cumprimentar todos os participantes em nome do Ministro João Otávio de Noronha. E temos a convicção de que este programa vai ser mais uma vez incrível. Em tempos em que já em boa hora, né, discutir a inteligência artificial no Poder Judiciário, quando já se fala em uma inteligência geral artificial e até em superinteligência. O Raymond Kurzweil, da Google, ele prevê que em 2029 já teremos a inteligência geral artificial, em que a máquina vai ter a mesma capacidade do ser humano. E em 2045, a superinteligência. Então, quer dizer, o mundo caminha em velocidade espantosa e não sabemos onde chegaremos. Se essas previsões estiverem certas, em muito pouco tempo nós teremos uma nova era. Muito obrigado.
And next, I'd like to recognize Tiago Salles, who is the director of the Justice and Citizenship Institute and who also publishes their monthly journal. Tiago.
Bom dia a todos. Na verdade, eu só queria fazer um agradecimento a todos que fizeram esse evento acontecer. Primeiro, o apoio de sempre do nosso presidente, do ministro João Otávio de Noronha. Agradecer a todos os ministros que vieram participar da nossa comitiva, ministro Moura Ribeiro, ministro Raul Araújo, ministro Antônio Carlos, ministro Sebastião Reis, ministro Salomão, Luiz Felipe Salomão, ao nosso querido amigo doutor Adamec, incansável, não esquecendo do ministro Coeva, professora Giselda, e agradecer ao nosso coordenador acadêmico que nos ajudou a montar essa grade toda desse evento, que foi o juiz federal do Rio de Janeiro, Marcos Lívio, e a minha equipe, principalmente a Érica, incansável, que está ali atrás, que organizou toda essa nossa comitiva e a logística. E ao doutor Peter. Muito obrigado, Peter, por nos receber mais uma vez. Eu só queria fazer agradecimentos. Presidente André Fontes, TRF. Um bom evento a todos. Eduardo.
And finally, we are particularly honored to recognize the President of the Superior Tribunal of Justice, which is the highest non-constitutional court in Brazil, João Otávio de Noronha. Presidente.
Bom dia a todos. Eu saúdo todos os participantes americanos, na pessoa do juiz e querido amigo do Brasil, Peter Messite. Mais uma vez estamos aqui juntos em Washington, num evento por ele coordenado. Quero saudar e parabenizar dois responsáveis para concretizar este evento, o advogado Augusto Coelho e o nosso querido Tiago Salles, da Diretora Justiça e Cidadania, e sua equipe, a Conceição também, que trabalha muito, esposa do Coelho, do Augusto Coelho, que hoje está aniversariando, portanto, nosso parabéns. A professora americana que está aqui na mesa, quero saudar na pessoa dela todas as americanas, e a saudação especial aos meus colegas do Superior Tribunal de Justiça. Temos aí o ministro Luiz Felipe Salomão, o ministro Raul Araújo, o ministro Antônio Carlos Ferreira, o ministro Moura Ribeiro, o ministro Sebastião Reis, o Salomão e o ministro Vilas Boas Cuevas, sempre participando. Essa é uma equipe que se dispõe a sair do gabinete, sentar com o mundo acadêmico, com os advogados, com a magistratura americana, com o mundo acadêmico, tão bem representado pela professora Giselda e outros doutores, para a gente conhecer a vida. Só este contato nos permite projetar a repercussão das decisões judiciais. Até onde nossas decisões, até onde como sensibiliza o jurisdicionado. Por isso aqui nós somos muito ouvidos, mais do que falantes. Nós gostamos de ouvir. E esse seminário nos propicia isso. 4 dias entre Nova York, aqui de convivência, e um aprendizado constante com o direito americano, aqui tão bem expressado pelo juiz Peter Messite. Também comparamos muito um e outro e levamos ideias. Quantas boas ideias já levamos para o Brasil na decorrência dessa convenção. Sorte que eu parabenizo todos os organizadores, saúdo mais uma vez os meus colegas, saúdo a todos os presentes, todas as advogadas, juízas, desembargadoras aqui presentes, os senhores advogados, juízes também, desembargadores, e externar mais uma vez o prazer dessa salutar convivência.
Thanks to everyone who participated in the greetings. I want to just add a few words about the content of our program over the next 2 days. We are talking about the uses of technology to improve our legal systems and to increase access to justice, which I think is always the main topic when lawyers and judges get together. I'm not going to spend too much time myself on defining what artificial intelligence is. You will find that there are different views. Some say it's very expansive, others say it has a more limited meaning, and perhaps Professor Carmel, when he speaks, will say more about that. We are already familiar with electronic filings, with video conferencing, online data management, case management in the courts, and certain web-based services that we know about, which help to establish modern efficiencies in our courts. One perceptive commentator has said, even as many courts are still struggling to find their ability and funding to cope with these earlier mechanisms, the systems already seem passé in view of the new technologies that are largely focused on the possibilities of smart technology, if you will, that is artificial intelligence. These technologies, of course, are already, in a sense, at work, and we'll look at some of those in the next 2 days. In fact, in different states of the United States, they are already using predictive algorithms to determine decisions, for example, to decide the pre-release conditions in criminal cases, what the likelihood of recidivism is when it comes to sentencing, and again, even what sentencing should be imposed in given cases. And we want to consider the extent to which both lawyers, law firms, and courts are using artificial intelligence today and what the likely future will hold. And we're going to consider, and I will be the speaker on this topic, what to do about legal liability in connection with driverless cars and big data breaches, including security breaches and cyber attacks. And to what extent we would ask, will these algorithms and proprietary technologies usurp the role of the judges and indeed of the lawyers? The bottom line is that it is imperative today that judges and lawyers, and particularly those in the leadership of the judiciary and the leadership of the bar, become familiar with and stay familiar with each day exactly what benefits and risks may be involved with increased technology and how they might use this increased technology to improve efficiency in the courts without compromising other values. So I hope in the next few days our discussions will stimulate all of us to think a little more deeply about these important issues. So with that in mind, I will invite our greeters to step back, and I will call our first speaker this morning, Professor Aaron Carmel.